Okay, my name is Emmanuel Obadaki. Uh, I'm a sales representative to Metropolitan Motors Toyota currently, and Metropolitan Motors is one of the accredited dealers to Toyota Japan. So we are under the umbrella of Toyota Nigeria Limited. Okay, so I function as a sales rep in the spare parts department. Okay, so we run the 3X at Metropolitan Motors. We run the sales of Toyota, we run the service, which is the workshop, and we run the spare parts department, which I belong. That is my department.
Hello and welcome to Obehi Podcast. I'm your host, Obehi A14, and I strongly believe that everyone has a story to share. Now let's get started into this episode. But I think people would like to also know who you are as an individual. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Were you born in Lagos?
Well, yes, I was born in Lagos, brought up in Lagos, over 70% so far of my life in Lagos. I was born in Lagos in the suburb of Agege local government, and I schooled as well at Agege, both primary, secondary, and tertiary. By grace, I'm privileged to step out of Lagos as well. Not that but at least I've been to few places as a one-time labor union workers under the Steel and Engineering Union Workers of Nigeria. I was then their secretary for 9 years, and that was under the company called Hosepipe Mill. Hosepipe Mill. It's a group of company, the TOA group. Okay, so from there I moved on. I run then for the election, and I was privileged to be elected. Thereafter, I decided to change profession, having been a tube mill engineer in a rolling mill. That was one of my challenging parts. It wasn't easy. I often like going out and doing meeting people. So I had to switch the gear coming into the sales line more. So that was a little challenging because it took like 2 to 3 years. I was actually doing work with Hosepipe that I mentioned earlier, and was doing a free service at every annual leave that I had. I was running a free service which we call voluntary service to companies vis-a-vis the Remidairu, the now IPMI, the Institute of Productivity Management. Then it was Software Work Consult alongside with Steve Harris, alongside with Fela Drutoye when he started the so-called, then it was Speaker's Corner, then that was when the initiative of this thing came up, Gemstone came up and the likes. So from there, I kept on running till I happens to be a sales rep for Lone Western Company. From there, I migrated to ARM Insurance. And now I'm doing well at Metropolitan Motors, Toyota Nigeria.
You really look quite young, and you already have a lot of experiences in the area of business and that. Or maybe I'm the one that is just reading it wrongly. Is it correct?
Well, I've heard that from people saying, guy, you don't want to grow old. Well, it is a grace. It is a grace.
All right. So you have always eyed business, or is it something that you stumble on along the way? Is it something that you have always loved since when you were a young boy?
Okay, I will answer you this way. Like I said initially before the break in transmission, I wasn't privileged to attend the four-wall schools. So after my secondary school, I went into factory. I was working as a factory boy. So I saw a lot of our people. So I took it as a challenge that I won't remain in this condition. I won't take this. So as at that time, every weekend, I must find a motivational program to attend. And that was what brought me to the likes of the people I mentioned earlier. And from there, I started planning my way, attended the part-time programs like that, and was given a free service by privilege to the above mentioned people, the people I mentioned initially. So that was how it started. And I decided to say, look, if I actually want the life I designed for myself, not in this circle, then I'd have to step out. So I started as a business admin student at the Lagos City Polytechnic, and from there, it turns up to this moment.
This podcast is actually about people, about the personality behind what they do. No, it's not just the certificate that you have that we are interested in. It's not just the title that you have in the job. It's you, the individual, the person, your journey. This is how people also are able to connect with you, because you are in a journey. We are trying to concentrate on the individual. That is why we are really asking this kind of question. So when you started this training school in Polytechnic in Lagos, what was your kind of focus point? What was encouraging you now that you realized that you wanted to pursue something different for the ordinary? Because a lot of people, of course, are comfortable be the ordinary in that they remain there. Of course, as ordinary, I mean, maybe you have gone to school, or maybe you didn't go to school. There are some chances around you that maybe you want to become a mechanic or you want to become a professor. You can basically become whatever the society offer you. But there is another thing, which is you can choose to be what you want to be. You know, it's a different ball game altogether. So when you find out that you wanted to do this, what was kind of motivating you, engineering you as you get into the Polytechnic?
Okay. Even before I got into the Polytechnic, the truth still remains that I saw people who had been into the factory, or probably I met there working there for years, and I looked at it that this person will still probably still praying for a change of story, and obviously they have potentials, doing very well, but poorly managed by the leaders. And first of all, that motivated me to go into the union, seeing how I could use my energy to get them some certain benefits and rights. So I discovered it cannot end here. Otherwise, I would just be a mere raburaza and just talking without any basic action. So I decided to enroll to school. So while I was in school, I got exposed more. I could balance some arguments. I was at every point of negotiation. I come before the management, and we're able to iron out some things. And also, I have this little part that seems a little political about me. I want to see the people placed under me doing well. Nevertheless, the company is not meant to give a free money. You are to work, but while you are working, the company also needs to pay you back. So going back to school, within me, I know I have to give a feedback to my company, to the people that is actually pushing me, to the headmen that have been there for like 10 years, no promotion, no transfer, no leave. They've been there. The environment so bad. There is no basic amenities. You see workplace politics here and there. So the only way I could make a difference is to step out. So that led me, or probably was one of my basic energy while I was in school, and also when I was through, by the grace of God, it was to a reasonable extent evident in the life of as many that were with us then, that were in the company. And from there, then I stepped out of the company, and I still have I'm still in touch with some of them, still ask how far are they doing, how far so far concerning their academics, those who are connected to LinkedIn, or those who doesn't know about LinkedIn, expose yourself. This same capacity or potential as you have, can actually expose you. So do something beyond the entry level you got into this place.
If you enjoy this podcast, make sure you subscribe so you never miss any of our future episodes. Rate and review Obehi Podcast and share with your friends who might need it. I remain Obehi Ewafo. Thank you so much for listening and talk to you in the next episode.